Them say if you refuse to see the signs, then wonders go follow upon. If it isn't like go ask Liverpool, they saw signs and wonders right there at Old Trafford. The last time Arne Slot visited them, he beat them 3-0. But this is a new sheriff in town. Michael Carrick is the man, and you can just call him the president of Gade. He knows how to humble the big boys, and he got the job done. So, Mayu are into the Champions League for the first time since 2023-24 season. Welcome on board. How about Arsenal? 6 points clear at the top of the table. And if you go to Spain, right there, the party has been delayed for Barca. Real Madrid, pause and stand inside their garage, but El Clasico is coming up upon us next week. How about the Champions League? PSG, Bayern Munich, they all decided to drop points over the weekend. Arsenal, on the other hand, ready for Atletico Madrid, but for Atletico, they need to do better than they did over the weekend if they really want to knock out Arsenal. Welcome to Inside the 90, brought to you by Stadium Side. Cosmos Chukwemeka, my name, and I have Amarachi Ademo donning the Manchester United jersey, of course. Who wouldn't fly high? They say Onyuberu, you have making it Yarama.
Onyuberu, Shiarama, Owato Ashuga.
Exactly. Congratulations. It's not easy. Tushakara Dunyanga. I mean, beating Liverpool in that manner. It was a very cagey game, you know. But then, congratulations one more time. Emmanuel Numba, the party for you in Spain delayed. And is it better delayed or is just a denial?
Well, it's not a denial because it will eventually happen. Okay. It's just a matter of time.
Right? What are we to do that? Another Man United fan is in the building, DJ Dika Divine, the classical one. How are you feeling? Cloud9 or Planet Earth?
Well, Cloud9 could be minor, sum everything up with his extension of contract and an increase too to his salary and earning a whooping sum. When I saw that he was earning £20,000 per week previously, I was like, wow. Well, what an upgrade. And then he repaid the faith the club had in him by scoring that.
They say to whom much is given,
plenty.
Much is also expected. Exactly. And if you treat your wife well, God will bless you with another wife. Exactly. That's the essence of that contract.
Like Kobe Manu, now man, you gave him 5 wives.
So and then he repaid them with that victory. Very, very sumptuous one. Okay, now let's start with the Man U. What a team we've seen. Michael Carrick is surely the man. That you can't hate him at this point. Since he took charge, no manager has accrued more points in the Premier League than Michael Carrick.
Yeah. I've always, right from his first game, of course, you trust Chelsea and others to blab. They said he's a manager bounce. Even after yesterday.
Why are you calling Chelsea's name? Yeah, let's talk about Man U, leave Chelsea. I don't understand.
Even yesterday, someone is saying he's manager bounce. I'm like, you guys are the Lulu. This guy, he has the potential. I said it from the first time. And he's won the big boys. He's won Liverpool. He's won Pep Guardiola's Man City. He has won Chelsea. He has won Aston Villa. And Arsenal as well, of course, not removing that one. And just like you mentioned, no manager has done it like him in the space of time he took over. He took over Manchester United and had only 32 points. And look at where we are now with a spot in the Champions League. Guaranteed. And we score. We like the boys want to play. So what Mino said after the press conference, he said that we give up anything, we'll do anything for him, and they're ready to do that for him. He understood the boys. Unlike Amorim was not flexible. He was just everything wrong with Manchester United, and I'm super happy. What a time to be a Man U fan. This is like the revamping that we needed. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. And the boys, the spirit is high. I was actually hoping that Bruno will seal his history that yesterday, but. It's just like Amanda said, this delayed, not denied. I'm sure he's definitely going to break that history with 3 more matches to go. He's going to make at least 3 or 4 more assists.
So the history she's talking about is Bruno Fernandes equaling the record set by Thierry Henry
and Bruno.
Kevin De Bruyne,
sorry.
Who had 20 assists. Now he has 19.
Just 2 more.
2 more. 1 more to go.
1 to break it and 2 to set his own.
Okay, you feel he's going to set a new
Exactly.
Okay, there's a game coming up against Sunderland. But before we talk about that, let's talk about Man U collapsing DJ Divine. I mean, you guys got the 2 goals from Matthew Cunha, Benjamin Sesko, and somehow, Szoboszlai, Cody Gakpo equalized. And then that shouldn't happen.
Yes, it shouldn't happen. 2 mistakes, from Ahmad and then the goalkeeper. For Lemas, he has had just 1 error in 30 appearances since he signed for Manchester United. Just 1 error leading to goal.
That's phenomenal.
That is phenomenal for a goalkeeper coming from the Belgium league. So it shows you that those that recruited him knows what they are doing, the recruitment department. A lot of people will say, yes, he was signed by Amorim, but Amorim wasn't the first, it wasn't his first choice. His first choice was Martinez of Aston Villa. But then he coming in. Then another player that stood out for me is Benjamin Sesko. But in that game, Ahmad made that mistake. Well, mistakes do happen. But I just love the team spirit. They were able to galvanize and then come back to win. If you saw after Liverpool equalized, the team didn't just give in.
Yeah.
They had to fight.
Unlike before, under Amorim.
Unlike before,
Exactly.
you know, you would have seen a team caving in. They would just surrender. And even they wouldn't have even scored 2. You know, it's quite difficult to play a big boy. I know Amorim started the double. He defeated Liverpool away from home, 2-1. Yeah, he did so. But if you also watch that game and then watch the Carrick Manchester United, they have possessions, they have shot on target. If they have like 3 shots on target, 2 goals. Unlike in Ruben Amorim, you see Manchester United having 8 shots on target, scoring just 1. Conversion was a problem. So Carrick has been able to stabilize the ship. All I'm asking of the club to do for him is get him the players. We are in the Champions League. The club we don't have squad depth right now.
To play Champions League.
Is not there. The team, the midfield has collapsed.
And there should also be someone who can also step up in the absence of Bruno Fernandes.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes, very
because
important.
You are expecting to play over 50 games in a whole season.
It's
Injuries
impossible.
also
It's
come
crazy.
before it can
And then
come up.
considering his age also,
Yeah.
you know, so we just need to sign. I've said it. The minimum we will sign for next season is 4.
Now, this is also a lesson to everyone out there that there are some relationship where go they draw you back. If you don't come out there, you don't go prosper. Imagine if to say Man United continue that toxic relationship with Amorim. By now, they for the discomfort will go back. But that's no longer the case.
Like
They don't
Tottenham.
need
We don't say it's toxic. Now the guy they gum us. We say, oh yeah, go now. We don't want you.
No,
He
me
said
not
we
sign
go
am,
die
say,
together.
no, the guy go.
And we be see.
You never see girl when they
Beauty.
talk say, I like how he beats me.
Now wait, they more that one.
Okay, now let's talk about Arsenal. A good job. 3-0 against Fulham. It was just like a walk in the park. Let me talk to you, Emmanuel Mba. Good performance for them.
Yeah, good
6 points ahead.
Good performance. It wasn't a surprise. It was what was expected that Arsenal should win Fulham, taking into cognizance how they've been faltering. But then with 6 points gap, it is also to their advantage. Pending
And now pressure to Man City.
Exactly,
who
to
takes
deliver.
on Everton.
to deliver. So it is now pending on Man City to get their own wins to also pilot the pressure on Arsenal. But for now, I feel like it's cruise control for Arsenal.
Absolutely. Now, Dika, let's talk about this man. Becoming the first Arsenal player in his first season to score 20 plus goals. No other than Victor Gyökeres. What a performance. Brace on the night. Bukayo Saka, one of the goal scorers as well.
Yes, Gyökeres, he has actually delivered for me.
True.
If the season ends this way, I'll give him a thumbs up. He has
his first
delivered.
season in Premier
Yes,
League.
first season in the Premier League.
No,
Though,
let me not say Premier League. With Arsenal.
first season with Arsenal, in the Premier League.
Yeah.
He has been in the Championship before.
He has played in England.
Yes, before he went to Sporting.
England,
So,
Portugal.
like I said, it's a thumbs up to him. He has actually delivered for me because it's not easy to get 20 goals in all competitions for Arsenal this season, and he's one man that knows how to score goals. I was like, why did they bench him in the few games? You know, they started Kai Havertz. I know Havertz was injured. If not, I felt maybe Arteta would have started him. But I felt Gyökeres is a goal poacher. The excuse of holding down the ball, I don't expect my number 9 to be a ball holder. What is the man behind him supposed to do? The number 9 should be the goal poacher. If the number 9 should be the ball holder, who now scores for the team? The number 9 should be the man scoring the goals. The goal scoring responsibility is on his shoulder. So allow him to do his job. And Gyökeres has been delivering for Arsenal. He has been scoring vital goals and crucial one at that. So he has done very well for Arsenal. I think if Arsenal wins the league, though I know they will not win it, but if they win the league, then Gyökeres should be the player of the season for them.
I concur with Dika. You know, Arsenal fans, or rather most people, has found a way to downplay his impact for this Arsenal team. Gyökeres has 14 goals in the league for Arsenal alone, in the league, and then all around 20 goals. You can't say that is a bad statistics for a striker who, quote unquote, hasn't played in the Premier League, though he has played in England. But for him delivering 14 goals in his first season for Arsenal, I think that is a very good statistic for me.
Okay, now what does this mean for Arsenal going into the Champions League?
It's
Against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid won their own game 2-0. They rested some of their players.
A lot
And they
of
still
their
won.
their starting 11.
All the starting 11.
Yes.
And they still won.
Yes.
but then you understand that Arsenal are chasing the league. What they did was start their big boys, get the win, get the goals, and then put
Took
them
some of them off.
exactly.
Okay.
For me, I still feel like Arsenal are going to age out Atletico in that game.
1-1 in the first leg.
Absolutely. It's an open game, no doubt. But then I still feel like Arsenal are going to edge out a little. It might not be the biggest of scoreline, but then Arsenal will find a way to knock out a little.
How about you? Will Arsenal go through 1-1 now?
I don't trust us now.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course, they are motivated.
You trust Atletico Madrid more than Arsenal?
Yes, I do. They're motivated. I mean, I've also mentioned it before that Atletico Madrid tend to be
If
they
trust
try to do
water
better.
for no the boy fish. Oh.
No, the fish will go they trust the water now. But get some kind issues that you go trust. Like this now, Atletico tend to do better outside their home. Recently, we've seen that they did it with Barcelona.
They use Barcelona compare.
No,
Barcelona get defense.
okay. Arsenal get defense, so but they still they leak. They get defense, they leak.
You
Join.
cannot compare it to Arsenal now.
But then again,
Arsenal defense is better
Yeah.
than
And there is something we are not factoring. Remember,
they are unbeaten. Oh.
remember ATM
Yeah.
over the 2 legs against Barca. Barca played with red cards in both legs. I'm not giving that an excuse, but then
you don't give excuse already now.
No, wait.
You've just given
I'm not
excuse.
giving-
It's a game plan.
Yeah,
And
now you
if
bring
you
it
have
now.
to frustrate your
Yes.
team to pick a red card.
You go
That's-
get a red card
Now,
now.
Barcelona
So,
problem this season. Let me wow you. Barcelona problem this season. No, it started from last season till now. They picked up more cards in the
Yes.
Champions League than any other
and
side.
the other side.
Yes.
They are not
Absolutely.
disciplined.
Yes. They
So
are not
when the
disciplined.
other player plays you, they use your weakness to exploit you.
You know, Arsenal used to have this issue.
Yes.
Remember when Mikel Arteta's team used to have red card? Then that was, I think, his second or his third or fourth season. His team constantly had red card. Enzo Maresca also had that issue at Chelsea. They had
Of
those
course.
are tactical indiscipline. Your team is indisciplined, so you people should just rest.
Yeah.
You people have red card. That is the opponent
exploiting you guys.
So stop bringing your inadequacies
Inadequacies. Hey, yeah.
to the public.
What I'm
You people have red card.
What I'm saying,
Come
what
on,
I'm
now,
saying
you are
is this.
saying
In essence, what I'm saying is this. That game, 11-11 on the pitch, at ATM cannot subdue us.
You
still
also
bringing
played
this
11.
thing.
They also played 11 against 10.
Yeah, you're still bringing this. thing. You
Atletico
people started
10.
with 11 players. Why did you people reduce?
So
You're giving it to
Arsenal. I'm
Atletico.
giving it to
Arsenal,
Arsenal.
You,
Atletico Madrid.
Dika.
Dika here is saying Arsenal will go through, but the banter in me is saying Atletico Madrid will go through.
Okay, so there's a bit of confusion.
Dika here is saying ATM will go through. Don't mind the banter.
Now,
Dika wants ATM to qualify. That is simple.
He's
truth.
let's talk
anti-Arsenal.
about the second
Absolutely.
Champions League game. We were thrilled. It was a basketball scoreline, end-to-end stuff. If you just snooze, you lose. I mean, the game was thrown open by the two managers, and that was absolutely fantastic. We'll give them kudos on the day. Now, but let's bring it back again. They are going to play this game at the Allianz Arena. Who takes it? Now, the two teams, surprisingly, they both dropped points in their own conventional league. 3-3, it ended between Bayern Munich and FC Heidenheim, and PSG did that 2-2 draw with Lorient. Now, who wins this one? Let me start with you, Amara.
Whoa, I didn't see that coming. Personally, I was of the opinion that Bayern will go through. I said it last time that Bayern will go through. But then again, I didn't see that scoreline coming. It was crazy. 5-2, I got disappointed in Bayern. Only for me to go back to my screen and see 5, I'm like, from where? And if the extra time was extended, in fact, before the final whistle was blown, Bayern, they were on the offensive. So it was intense. And Bayern, they're coming back. This Bayern now, they are known to come back. Of course, PSG also are known to come back. But PSG, there's a way you beat them. You just they become handicapped. Just like we saw what Chelsea did to them. At that point, they couldn't do anything again. So I'm still tipping Bayern to go. And now they are playing home. So it's going to be intense. Bayern is going to win.
All right. So, Manu.
For me, that is absolute football on display. That's what I'm talking about the first leg now. But talking about the second leg, it's going to be an open game because both teams knows that this game hasn't been won yet. That's the best way to get to qualify to the finals.
If you're given the mantle to advise PSG coach the type of approach to use in this game, what would that be for you?
Well, I think the best thing for PSG is also to attack
Attack away?
because first off,
Yeah.
they are leading 5-4 on aggregate.
Exactly.
Now, like I said also, Bayern defense are prone to mistakes. Will PSG score at the Allianz Arena? That is absolutely true because there's no way PSG are not going to score.
So you're going to advise PSG to attack?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's look at it this way. You're playing away from home at the Allianz Arena. a cracker of a game. They have the 12th man. They understand what is at stake. So pressure is on Bayern to score first. Would it be nice to advise the coach to sit back and try to get another counter?
Yes, that is what I would do if I'm Luis Enrique, and I believe that is what he is going to do. Remember against Liverpool, that was what he did. Against Chelsea too, he won Chelsea in the first leg comfortably. At Stamford Bridge, he allowed Chelsea play the game, and when they had the opportunity, he has fast swingers. He
Exactly.
attacks and scores. And then Chelsea regroups, wants to equalize. He attacks again, he scores. Because the pressure is on Bayern. I tipped Bayern to go through to the final, to even win the Champions League. But when I saw that game, I was looking at this tactical PSG side, and I said something, I said, Vitinha is the man.
Yeah.
What he did on that day, he minus that midfield, he took that midfield from Joshua Kimmich and put in his pockets,
Yeah.
and then delivered PSG. Now, what am I going to do, Luis Enrique? Guy, man, relax, enjoy yourself. Even if Bayern scores one, relax, absorb the pressure, catch them on the counter, and then score. Like he said, the Bayern defense is jittery. Manuel Neuer is not helping matters due to age. Yes, he makes saves here and there. Against Real Madrid, he was man of the match in the first leg. But in this game, you can score this guy. So what you do is don't rush them. Because if you rush them, they're going to punish you.
Now, there's a Bayern side that have conceded 5 goals in their last 2 games in the league. That tells you something. And
Against
this-
lesser
against
opposition.
lesser opposition.
Yeah.
That, just like you mentioned now, the defense line is prone.
Absolutely. And also, during the first leg, Manuel Neuer did not make a single save in that game.
It was disastrous.
All the
Is it better to drop him on the bench now?
No, don't
no.
drop him.
I wouldn't. If I'm Vincent Kompany, I wouldn't drop him.
Why?
I mean, he's far off better than all the substitute goalkeepers in that team. I wouldn't drop him. But then, the best thing for PSG is attack. Because the thing is this, Bayern are currently losing, and they're going to come out. And then once they see that PSG are coming out, that will give them motivation to attack. But then leaving their defense, which are prone to making mistakes, exposed.
For me, if I to advise Bayern, between Upper Meccano and Jonathan Tah, substitute one, especially Jonathan Tah, and then use Kim.
No, I would rather.
Kim doesn't have pace. I wouldn't risk it. I would do
It's
risk
not
that.
about pace. The centre back must not have pace. As a centre back, what you need to do is your ability to mark, calculate, because you are head on with Ousmane Dembele. You consider your position. It's Ousmane Dembele. You don't need pace to mark Ousmane Dembele. Allow him to drift. When he drifts, don't chase him. If you chase him, he's going to beat you. When he drops deeper, you relax. Both of you shouldn't move. That is the mistake they make, and that is what is affecting Liverpool. You feel centre-back should have pace. What are the wingers for? The wingers should have pace. Centre-backs calculate. Kim is a more calculator than both men. So allow Kim there, he should calculate. Want to go, want to stay. Dembele is minus. If not, they will concede more goals.
For me, I would advise PSG to defend, because attacking would be a very wrong move. Because while they're attacking, Bayern knows nothing else than to attack. Everybody will agree that their defense is poor, but their front line is something else. If you see that their front line now, they've become the third front line to score 100 goals in a
Yes.
decade. The first was the trio of Messi, Suarez,
MSN.
and then Ronaldo. 100 goals, and these people might even
BBC.
score more. So they are going to score. They're going to score more goals.
So what are you
It's
saying?
better you sit down, wait for
So
them,
who are you giving
catch
it
them on
to?
the
Who has
Bayern is to go see win.
who has a better defense?
Who are you giving it to? The game.
I'm giving it to Bayern though, because I've said it even before the first leg. I feel like Bayern are going to qualify, but then for me, PSG has a better defense as compared to Bayern. That is why I said, PSG sitting back are going to put more pressure on them. They should attack a Bayern who doesn't have, quote unquote, world-class
But we've
defenders.
seen Dika give examples of teams that have that they sat back to play and they won. They did the same thing against Barcelona in Camp Nou. They sat back, got you guys under pressure. Immediately they scored first, then it opens.
That is what I'm saying. It is an open game, which is know that like it's going to happen. Goals are going to come, but I want Bayern to go through. But the best approach, I still repeat, the best approach for PSG in that game, if they want to qualify, is to attack Bayern.
All right, staying with you now. Real Madrid delayed your party. Good victory for them against your city rival, Espanyol.
I wasn't expecting anything less from Espanyol. I mean, even if Espanyol would prefer to even go on relegation rather than seeing back out. win that league. But then, like you said, it is more or less delayed and not denied. It's going to happen.
Now,
Uh,
issue in Madrid camp. It's been trending over the weekend. Let me come to you, Dika. It seems Abdullah has lost his dressing room.
Oh, yeah.
The player power is coming into play.
Yes, what Madrid needs is a coach that is highly disciplined. And then the club must back that coach. What Madrid needs is a
Mourinho has
club.
been linked there.
Yes,
Is he the right man for the job?
they should either bring Mourinho or again Klopp. If again Klopp will accept to come back from retirement, from his sabbatical, he has not retired, he's on sabbatical, then Klopp ahead of Mourinho. But if not for any other person, I think Mourinho should come, because what is happening at Madrid is the ego. Everybody is a superstar. So they look at you, oh, Dika, who be you? You be begging.
What have you achieved?
Dika will say, okay, let's do co-work. So I got one do ball work today. So that is what is happening. That was what they did to Xabi Alonso. Who is this guy? He just finished playing. Yes, you are older than us, but which day start to coach? They made sure he left. And now they're doing it with, look at even the caliber of players having issues at Beloa. Not the Mbappe, not the Vinicius Juniors, Dani Ceballos, Dani Carvajal. Look at those players.
Yeah, but these are guys who have been in the league for long.
but
They've been in the league for long. Would they compare themselves with Abeloa in his playing days too? He was one of the disciplined and most loyal coaches that Real Madrid had. He had a fantastic career with the club, and then after his playing career, he went on to become a coach. So respect the coach. See, whoever is your coach, even if you are better than the person, you earn more than the person, you respect him for the position. He is the head coach of Real Madrid, so respect him and stop. Yes, it's not about age. It's about the position. If you even talk about age, he's older than them.
I think it's a discipline problem there. We've seen it with Xabi Alonso. Okay, just that they try to get out the old coach out, and when it's not working their way, they blame the coach. But when you see them in the field of play, they're literally doing rubbish. You blame them, but of course they will end up blaming the coach. As for Mourinho, I would actually prefer him there, because Mourinho not saying your papa. If you feel say you're too big, you go put you in your place. Either you play or you go. Or you go sit there, you go bench you. Play person where you feel say you better pass. That one go come shine past you. You don't, that's why you don't come up for the team.
And sorry to cut you short. To add it up, with this issue already on ground, Mourinho knows what he's going to face if he's coming in. So I believe that he's going to insert that in his clause. Florentino Perez, I'm coming in. You must back me. If I tell these players to go like this, and if I don't like this player, the president has to back the coach. If not, this trend will continue.
I concur with Deka. What is happening at Madrid is a matter of, it's an ego problem. The players felt like they are too big for the coaches. That is, I'm talking of Xabi Alonso and Abelewa now. Remember, why Ancelotti succeeded was that Ancelotti, first of all, is a good man manager. And also, he's a bigger profile. He has a bigger ego as compared to the players. Just like Deka said, if Mourinho comes, Mourinho has a bigger ego and a bigger profile
than all of
the
them.
players. That is why, if you've noticed, some of the players are already kicking against Mourinho joining the team. But then, the club president, Florentino Perez, wants Mourinho in that team. He wants him back. But then, some of the players are underground kicking against that. Because I feel like these players, because of their ego, don't want a coach
who control them.
Exactly, who is bigger than them, quote and unquote.
Led by Mbappe. Mbappe is the problem.
And also, I've also read in the grapevine that Mbappe had a bust up with Abeloa, though it wasn't in the media, but then he had a bust up with Abeloa in one of their training sessions. So, like I said, it's an ego problem, and these players doesn't want someone who is bigger than them to come into that. Because if Abeloa leaves Madrid today, and then they do not bring in a coach who is, quote unquote, in the caliber of Mourinho or Carlo Ancelotti, the players are still going to turn against him. Because the thing is this, it's not as if they are performing on the pitch. They do not perform on the pitch, and then they turn against all blames falls on the coach, and then the coach gets the sack.
Okay. Now let's stay with you, because this might just be to your own advantage. The next game, Barca won 2-0, right?
2-1
rather. And Lewandowski and Ferran Torres, the goal scorers. Your next game, that should be on the 10th of May, is at home. At the moment, you guys can only bring in 60,000 fans, because construction is still ongoing.
Absolutely.
Now, you need to beat Madrid. or get even what I think a draw should be enough.
Even a draw is
A
enough
draw
for
is
Barca.
enough for Barca to be crowned champions. Can you do that at Camp Nou?
Absolutely. I mean, this team is
Use Madrid to win league?
absolutely. This team is full of.
It's never happened before.
It's never happened. It's never happened
Never
before.
40 years.
It's never happened before. But then, that was why I wanted. I was not like I was hoping that somehow Madrid are going to draw points against Espanyol, because I wanted to see
The guard of honor.
not necessarily the guard of honor, because this is not the first time. They've refused to do it previously. So I wanted to see the players' reaction prior to the game as they're stepping out from the tunnel. I wanted to see their reaction. But then, since it didn't happen, I still have confidence in this Barca team. I mean, we are playing at home. Even if Barca lose that match,
Oh, you're even having
No.
It's possible now.
Barcelona will lose.
even
It's
if
possible. This
even
is
if Barca
Madrid now.
lose, what I'm saying is this: the team is so much higher on confidence now, especially in the league.
Which team is high?
Barca.
See, you don't need an Abelua to tell a Real Madrid player that
You need
they
to
don't
win
need to allow
Barca.
Barcelona win them. to
It's
win-
like-
win league.
That is why I said.
They don't need a coach.
It's a personal
That is why I
conviction.
said Barca has this confidence that going into that game, that we are going to wrap up, because even the Barca players understand what it means to wrap up this league against Real Madrid at the Camp Nou. So
That'd be crazy.
the Barca players don't need any other motivation. I was telling someone off mic that I want, if I'm Hansi Flick, there are 3 players I'm going to start in that game: Femi Lopez, Gavi, and Alejandro Balde. Because
Why?
this, apart from them being La Masia players, these are players that naturally they do not like Real Madrid. See, Madrid players no be. You get what we say? These players hate like Abo. They use Abo play Barca, and Femi Lopez understands that. Apart from he comes from the La Masia, but he understands that in all your losing, don't lose against Real Madrid. Do whatever it takes to win that game. That is why I said I want, preferably, Hansi Flick to start these 3 players: Alejandro Balde, Gavi, and Femi Lopez for me in that game.
Edika, in Italy, Inter Milan are champions already. They got the job done and they won.
Yes, it was. They don't need to wait, like other leagues, like Barca. He's analyzing Barca. Inter Milan are just plug and play. They've done it just like Bayern Munich also did it. They did it in style, at home, defeating Parma, like we said. So nice one for them. I love what Christian Kivu has been able to do. Being the first season. A lot of us don't know that this is his first season. At the helm of affairs, and he has been able to. The team left by the former coach, he able to inherit the team. Talking about Inzaghi now, and then he worked on them, same formation, same pattern to the player's strength, and it has helped him. Though he wasn't convincing in the Champions League, and I feel he should get more younger players for next season that will help the team.
Okay. Now, there's also champions right there in Portugal.
FC
FC
Porto.
At least 2 Nigerians have lifted.
Yes, Tere Murphy
Zaidu
and Zaidu Sanusi. For Tere Murphy, I'm happy for him. This is one man that was, last summer, he was with Nice. He never knew he was going to win the league. And then the issue happened at Nice. Everybody was looking for an exit door. Porto came calling, he left, and here he has won the league. Nice one for him. He's going to add a lot to his CV. I mean, any club is going after Porto, you will tell them, I'm a league champion, so you guys should offer me this and that and that. But then the Portuguese league have been interesting this season. There is certain Jose Mourinho with Benfica. They are unbeaten. But yet, they're even struggling to qualify for the Champions League. I mean, if they will qualify for the Champions League, it's because of Sporting Lisbon, who drew their last game, losing. They were 2-0 up, and then they lost to a side struggling for relegation. So, but for Mourinho, I just feel he needs to go to a better club once again. For me,
Madrid, right?
yes, he should go to Madrid, and after Madrid, maybe the Portugal national team, and then he retires.
Yeah.
All right, so for our own goalkeeper from Imo State, Francis Uzoho, is also champions right there in Cyprus.
Yeah, Omanaya. And most people don't even know that that's where he is, Omanaya FC, and they're leading the table right now. And he is
They are
their first
champions
choice.
already.
They are
Yeah,
champions already,
he's their first choice. I mean, they still have more matches to play, but it is what it is. Just like Inter, they've won it, they're still playing the matches. So whether they win those ones or they no win, Baba is champion. So if Chel call him up. Mona no they
He's
grumble.
already part of the team, so he's not even about.
No, like I'm talking about first choice now.
He hasn't been keeping, like, he just only 4 appearances this season in the league.
He's struggling with them.
He's struggling with them. Their main goalkeeper is a 38-year-old goalkeeper who has made 24 appearances. He's currently injured, but then Francis Uzoho is still finding it difficult to cement that number one spot.
He's a league champion, whether he's number one or not.
But then, he's a Super Eagles player, and we want our players to at least feature in their games. You cannot tell me that a Francis Uzoho cannot displace a 38-year-old goalkeeper, making just 5 appearances in the league. I mean, it's very
Ronaldo
poor.
is still playing.
But you know what they say about goalkeepers and their age? They owe that
Yes,
later.
exactly.
Ronaldo is still playing. Messi is still playing. So why don't other players displace them?
That's Ronaldo.
So
That's
please, at this point, let's recommend something for Liverpool. What do you think will work? Because the coach, Arne Slot, was complaining after, he felt VAR didn't call to his own advantage.
In which match?
In that same match against Man
Which-
United.
That in England,
Yes.
that a lot of persons have said he shouldn't be given big games. That game, if you go back and see that game, advantage was given to his team. Yes, I know that an England made a lot of mistakes. But in that same game,
Which means he's right.
no, the more mistakes was tinted towards his team.
No, okay.
There were fouls on Maguire, on Casemiro, which he refused to call, and those led to a goal, and then on the other side against Benjamin Sesko, that would have led to another goal. He refused to call it. So if you look at the positive and negative, his team benefited more. So he shouldn't be the one complaining. Michael Carrick should be the one complaining, and not him.
I've always had a problem with Arne Slot.
Why?
He's currently the chief complainant in the Premier League. Anytime Liverpool loses, he always finds a way to blame one thing or the other about the
Are you not
loss.
seeing it that maybe he's under pressure?
No, he bought these players. I've always said it. The bulk of the blame should go to him.
Yeah, he's the one that is putting
He
himself
bought
under
these
the pressure.
players. Every time Liverpool loses, he always finds a way to make an excuse for the team. You bought these players, make the team work.
My problem is his formation. He uses the Rafragnik formation. I don't understand what.
Gengen pressing.
Yes, the Gengen pressing, and you're playing against a team like Manchester United that is compact. The strength of Manchester United now is in the midfield: Kobe Meno, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes. And then you're playing Gengen pressing. Yes, you got those 2 goals based on those mistakes. One was, a referee refused to play a foul that led to the goal. But then you should look at your team holistically. Look at Virgil van Dijk and Konate's partnership at the back. It's not working. It has not worked this season.
Absolutely.
In all competitions, the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, the Champions League, this defense have been conceding goals. You can hardly see a match that Liverpool plays and they kept a clean sheet.
You want to play in Gengen pressing, and then you don't have the right profiles.
The right players, yes,
to play
to
those
do
games.
that.
Remember when Jurgen Klopp was in that team? He had players that were constantly pressing you. 2 players in quotes, Gigi Wijnaldum and Sadio Mane.
Yes.
Always pressing. But in this Liverpool team, they don't have the right profile to play that Gengen pressing. But then he's still insisting on it, and it's costing the team. And then he comes out to make us excuse every time the team loses.
The same man that also allowed Luis Diaz to leave last season after winning the league for him.
Another player, look at what he's doing at Bayern.
Yeah.
Another player that presses the defenders. But then you let these players go, bought your own stars, and they're not performing. You're giving us
think-
excuses.
I think he's clueless. I watched him. I felt bad for him.
Clueless, is that not harsh?
No, really. I watched him against yesterday in the first half.
Remember the defending champion.
Defending
I
waiting.
told them.
Clueless and win the league.
Defending. Which player has he used to win the person will use club players to win the league?
Yes, now.
No, Amorim that came with some players that couldn't deliver.
But the players he used to win the league, he has fallen out with them. He sold some and he fell out with them.
He
Now,
sold Nunes.
yes,
Sold Diaz.
Alexander Arnold
And
left.
another left.
Remember,
Then he kept
Alexander
he kept
Arnold,
Robertson on the bench.
Robertson won the league with him.
He kept him on the bench
He
this
brought in
season.
Kekes. He brought in Frimpong in place of Arnold that left. He sold Luis Diaz, brought in Wheats from MVs, brought in Alexander Isak,
Brought
aside
in
from
Ekitike.
Ekitike that is performing. Most of the players that he won the league with, he has sold them or fell out with them,
And then kept some of them on the bench.
and then get some of them on the
That's
bench.
not
So there is
cluelessness.
problem. That is cluelessness.
That's cluelessness.
Yeah,
I
think
said him
support
when
that.
we're leading 2-0. He didn't know what he wanted to do. He was just, I'm like, hey, oh God, I really feel for you.
It's all good. Bon appetit and a slot. One thing is certain that 5 friends cannot play together in the next 10 years. It's not possible. There will always be, disbursement, especially when you date for Nigeria, my country, right? Guys, we need to go. Emmanuel Oba, your prediction for the Champions League game, and then we'll go.
Well, I feel like Bayern are going to nick it.
Scoreline.
It's going to be a 3-1 scoreline.
The
3-1,
difference.
In favor of who? Bayern.
Bayern.
Oh, okay.
How about you, Amara?
Yeah, well, I think 4-2
4-2 in favor of.
Bayern.
Okay. Dika, your own Arsenal, Atletico Madrid.
Arsenal and Atletico Madrid. That match will end 1-0.
In favor of Arsenal.
Arsenal, yes.
Okay. That's where we'll draw it a wrap on today's edition of Inside the 90 Plus Unified Stadium site. Until next time, remember you should follow us across all our social media handles and enjoy the content. Peace, love,